Feinberg-Mngomezulu, capped by South Africa 8 times last season. Settling back into the DHL Stormers number 10 jersey and puts a good hanging kickoff into Connacht's 22-meter area. David Hawkshaw was the man to seal the ball. Away to Kian Prendergast, Connacht's captain.
Way in front.
Early clearance kick is a good one.
Still live. Still live.
Yeah, an early intent from the DHL Stormers as well. Maybe not the experience of a Netling Fouchia or Frans Malherbe in that number 3 jersey. But Sazi Sandi making a big hit there. First contact of the game.
How many in? How many? 7 in.
Full complement at the first line out for the DHL Stormers. André-Hugo Venter to feed it. Also capped by South Africa.
And the 5.
Just on one occasion last year, early line-out win for Salmaan, Moerat, and Willemse bouncing off the attempted tackle of CAPT. An excellent rolling kick. The chase is good as well.
Rock now, Stormers.
Connacht doing well to get plenty of men behind the ball, intent in the chase back. A track close to their line.
Use it. 2-step back.
Early on, Ben Murphy. A regular starter for Connacht this season.
Salmaan, time it.
The scrum half having played 14 times for Leinster, but only 2 starts in that time.
Here you go. Nice gap, same again.
This is 9th start
open up, lads.
in 10 matches in this year's the season's Vodacom URC. So getting the starting opportunity for which he made the move.
9 is here.
Another win at the front for the DHL Stormers captain. And it went back for André-Hugo Venter in that 5-meter tram line. Strong carry from Moerat. Out the back for Feinberg-Mngomezulu. And popped up for Feinberg-Mngomezulu again. It goes through the gap and into the corner for the Stormers' first try. There was a couple of little juggles in there which perhaps caused some confusion. But the finish ultimately sublime.
The DHL Stormers approve their try. The captain Salmaan Moerat with such a strong carry, and this man, Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu, not only the skill set but the pace as well. You see him juggling a little bit. Suleiman Hartzenberg, such a quality player with the offload. And then Mngomezulu, ball in one hand, dotting it down for the first try of the game. Perfect start for the Stormers.
Well, critically in the build-up, Hartzenberg drawing the attention of 2 defenders. That's what created the space behind him for the offload to a former school teammate.
Lads on the side, anything? That first bit.
And to convert his own try, straight over the middle of the crossbar. The perfect start for the home side.
No doubt those two very much in sync. Not the first time they've worn a jersey together. We see the finish there from Mngomezulu. Ball in one hand, always risky to do that, but he dots it down. And it really is the perfect start. Seabelo Senatla so happy for his teammate. Every asset of play, or facet of play rather, thus far, the Stormers have been dominant in only 4 minutes into the game.
Jack Carty with the restart. Early call from Warrick Gelant.
Onside, back, step back. Right, that'll do, Connor.
Stefan Ungerer.
Onside.
Really battling to clear from the base.
2 playing the 9.
And the penalty was against Dylan Tierney-Martin for playing the opposition scrum half.
You're reaching through, playing him as he's trying to get that ball at the ruck.
It's the first penalty of the game, but certainly an area where you don't want to concede these easy penalties. You see Dylan Tierney-Martin just going in from the side, making a mess of himself, playing the 9, which you're not allowed to do. And it really is a sloppy penalty. And they concede 40 meters by doing that.
Good leap from Marcel. Theunissen and out the back for De Villiers, and then for Venter. An obstruction in there.
Obstruction. It's just obstruction. He's running 8 in front of the ball.
South African under-20 captain Paul De Villiers, just a 5th appearance in the Vodacom URC. This is debut season. His teammates talk of his incredible work rate. Big engine on him. He has a much older man in Dion Fourie waiting on the bench to fill that open side position.
On the line,
no better person to learn from than Dion Fourie, but the Stormers just getting the timing wrong there. Ivan Roos going in front of André-Hugo Venter and making contact with the defender, which causes the penalty to be conceded.
Over 15.
Towards the tail they go, and straight over the 15-meter line. Shane Jennings brought in his first receiver. Keeping him among the forwards for now. Tierney-Martin with the carry. Now it comes for Carty, and the ball over the top for Shea Mullins. Senatla able to wrap his arms around the ball in the tackle. Out the back from Murray. And Paul Boyle now. Ball under the arm and taking on the tackle of Damian Willemse. Carty now out the back for Piers O'Connor. Ben Murphy, a real live wire at the base of these rucks, keeping the pace up for Connacht. Beautiful hands from Carty, and then from Oliver, and Shane Jennings will almost walk it in. Brilliant response from Connacht. Plenty for the travelling fans to enthuse over, apart from the weather.
Well worked try by Connacht. We saw them keeping the attack quite narrow.
Thank you.
Causing the defenders of the Stormers to move in to make those tackles, and then eventually the space opens up out wide, and having the skill set to get the ball out wide.
I've got
First
it. Yeah,
time
I can't see anything.
Connacht had the opportunity to score points. They converted. And I think that's a worrying sign for the DHL Stormers, just not connected on the outside, in the outside channels on defence.
Next time, find out what he wants on the shot clock and tell me, and I'll tell you how long he's got. So if you want 10 or 15.
Jack Carty strokes over the...
What do you want, 10 seconds or 15?
Conversion.
I'll tell you 15.
To square things up. Some beautiful hands in there from Carty and from Carl Ford. And again from Connor Oliver in the wider channel. We spoke about how tight this is as the race to the 8 carries on. If it was to finish now, it would be 2 log points apiece.
I'll do it.
Put Connacht on to 35. DHL Stormers on to 37.
One leave. Connacht use.
Murphy's clearance, making no mistake from inside his 22.
Line Connacht.
Yeah, good clearance
Careful,
by
your timing
young
is really
Murphy.
tight.
There we see
make sure on the ground.
The interim coach.
Make sure they're on the ground.
A lot of pressure on him suddenly, but certainly thriving in terms of the opportunity.
5 call, 5 in, please.
Taking on the DHL Stormers.
Who's in, please?
In perfect conditions here today.
One again.
Pete Wilkins stepping down as Connacht head coach in the last fortnight. To the tail this time from the DHL Stormers, and making some decent headway from their maul. Ungerer now has to use it, looked away to his left before going to Feinberg-Mngomezulu.
Release 7!
Willemse brought down.
7, leave it.
Wonderful defensive line speed from Connacht there. They really are not over-committing at ruck time.
No play on.
Feinberg-Mngomezulu's chip. Can he regather? Well, he was trying a very fancy kick off the side of the boot. The bounce of the ball beating Connacht. Van Heerden.
1-0. Sorry.
Well, the referee, Sam Grove-White,
throwing the ball at me. Scrum. Stormers ball.
accidentally in the way, so it'll be a scrum, the first one of the game.
I'm not giving a penalty against myself.
10 minutes into the game, and we'll see the contest at the first scrum. The referee just getting in the way there. No nine is ever happy with a situation like that.
So clear message.
Stefan Ungerer, no different.
Hit up.
But quite a bit of space behind the Connacht defensive line. We already saw Mngomezulu exploiting that once. You see the referee just not with good positioning. And Ungerer not happy.
Finley Beelam packing down on the near side for Connacht. Australian-born tight head. 53 test matches for Ireland, and a big role to play in this season's Six Nations Championship. With Tyg Furlong.
So Stormers, you just control how forward you go.
Out with injury.
Connacht, you accept them.
Pensive mood in both coaches' boxes at this point. Every single log point crucial. Spoke about Connacht's run-in Johannesburg next week, and then at home to Edinburgh, away to Zebre. The DHL Stormers have this and 3 more home games to complete the pool stages.
5, set. Pulling back, Connacht.
Not taking the hit, Connacht, and the free kick quickly taken by Ungerer and away for Damian Willemse.
Off feet.
Will pop inside from Moerat for Fenta. Back it comes for Feinberg-Mngomezulu, who again goes to the chip kick on the bounce of the ball and carried back by Shea Mullins.
Yeah, well spotted by the playmaker. Again, that space just behind the defensive line of Connacht, and then the ability to get the ball into that space, eyeing the drop goal first, and then just on the outside
if you do that again,
of the right foot, making the
tackle.
tackle. And another scrum down. We didn't see much from that first scrum, so hopefully they can sort it out this time around.
And receiving attention for Connacht is Peter Dooley.
So I've done them for stepping off on the set. I need you to be super disciplined on how much weight you put across.
The next scrum was the loose head.
Understand?
136th appearance in this competition. And this in its former iteration.
But I can't have too much of a hit either.
Very little success away from home.
Off, lads, is that correct?
And this and 2 of their other last 3 matches are away.
Connacht, your mark is here.
But you've got to feel, Matt, a team like Connacht who likes to throw the ball around these conditions,
do not step
suit
back,
them perfectly. We've already seen with ball in hand how dangerous they can be. But it's being able to match your attack with a good defensive effort as well. And this time around, they'll certainly be tested 5 meters away from their line. Loads of attacking opportunities for the Stormers with some danger men there who can definitely keep you busy one-on-one.
I'll let you when this is set.
Cape Town's renowned Cape Doctor, the Southeast Winds. Little breeze in Galway.
Set! Steve-O!
Better that time from both packs. They are seriously low there. And Evan Roos breaks off the back of an advancing scrum and has the try. He had a huge amount to do there, the Stormers number 8, but he's over for his 6th try of this campaign in just his 7th appearance.
If there is, Holly will tell me.
Such a strong carrier, Evan Roos, and so quick off the mark. You know, it's such a big positive for 8th man, being able to You see there, Kian Prendergast just couldn't get there quick enough off the side of the scrum. Paul Boyle also a little bit late in making the tackle, and then just the momentum getting Evan Roos over the line.
No, I didn't either.
All started from a steady base.
It was. At
scrum time, and Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu making no mistake with the conversion.
Such a stable scrum, and just towards the end there was a metre or so of forward momentum that allowed Evan Roos to pick and go. Carty can get difficult in that corner of the stadium at this time of day with the sun starting to set. Suleiman Hartzenberg dealt with it really well. Ungerer. Chase from Hartzenberg, but O'Connor slips his man and puts Jennings into a little bit of space. Warrick Gelant has a lot of cover to do, and that was the only option for the Stormers fullback. The kick chase initially was good, but once Piers O'Connor had slipped the tackle, it was on for Connacht.
Certainly on for the counter-attack. We see the standings at the moment.
No obstruction.
Stormers slowly but surely moving up in that log, but it won't count for anything until the game is done.
Time's fine.
Tierney-Martin with an accurate throw forward. As first receiver off the back of that line-out, getting to within a couple of metres. And the try is awarded. They were on advantage, but Conor Oliver has got it down for Connacht.
Just a word for your team, they were all set up offside, just an extra step.
So an immediate and emphatic response after both Stormers' tries.
It's a ding-dong battle here in Cape Town. Two missed tackles by the Stormers in that kick chase, and then another missed tackle here. We see the pick and go, and just too easy getting through there. Conor Oliver. It did seem a bit suspicious there, just at the bottom of that ruck, but all cleared by the officials.
15. Lads playing the post.
So Jack Carty. A couple of seconds remaining. And he started his run up just in the nick of time and has squared it up at 14 all.
He's cutting it close there, both the times, only a second or two left. But we see the Stormers on their haunches wanting to make that tackle, but just the tackle fight of Conor Oliver getting through there, scoring that try. So important to have a good body position and to really work through the contact situation, which he did so well.
Feinberg-Mngomezulu's restart, controlled by David Hawkshaw. Villiers trying to get in there over the ball.
Stay in front. Ball's live.
Have a decent clearance off the restart. That's clearly their plan. Set a target inside their 22.
Yeah, and also happy to kick it out and then contest at line-out time. The efficiency of the Stormers have been pretty good at line-outs thus far.
The half-centurion Ruben van Heerden making the call. It goes for Marcel Theunissen and Willemse running hard at Carty. Ungerer and Venter.
No.
Again, they go short side, but Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu slips his way through and finds De Villiers and is there for a beautiful 1-2. Well, he's thrown the ball into the crowd. He might rue that decision with the shot clock on.
But But again, it's Mngomezulu with play and support, getting a double touch on the ball. We saw with his first try, now again making the pass, changing his mind, going the other way through the half tackle, the offload, and then playing or supporting again Paul de Villiers with a no-look pass to his left, and a beautiful try scored again by the DHL Stormers. Both these teams have been so good on attack. Now they need to match the defense.
10 seconds. 10.
Just calmly strokes it over with less than 10 seconds on the clock after the ball had been retrieved.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of confidence there, but we see Mngomezulu spotting the space again, making the pass and then supporting again, a la Ungerer, and scores the try. Very happy in between those Connacht reserves.
Depth on the restart from Kati. Willemse finding Senatla, who's put a foot in touch. The 2 tries for Sacha, Feinberg-Mngomezulu, 3 for the DHL Stormers, 2 for Connacht, 5 in total inside the first quarter.
That's your mark for the line out. Open up for the line out, foot in touch.
So at this point, a losing bonus point for Connacht. If it was to stay this way, the DHL Stormers now 1 try away from a bonus point. Down it comes from Murphy. And Mullins brought in off the right wing. Pass not going to hand, almost an interception opportunity, cleaned up by Piers O'Connor for Connacht.
They went back by 2 into 8, never forward. Vantage round the side, no, around the side.
Paul de Villiers is going to be penalised here if Connacht can't make more of this. Hawkshaw. Murphy again to the short side. Kati. Jennings brought into it once again.
6 working wayside entry. 6 working round the side. You can't just come round the side like that.
And it's Paul de Villiers just with a cleaning out the player, but then going in from the side and moving onto the other side of that ruck, impeding the 9 for Connacht. And a big decision here. Not taking the 3 points.
Just a couple of times your
going
players
for the line out
around the side of the breakdown. When the 9 wants to play the ball, just don't do it, okay? It was the same as your throws earlier. What I don't like is your players scheme and skew at me.
So again, we see at ruck time Paul de Villiers, they're having a go at the ball and then just swimming around the side, impeding the 9.
Hold the throw, please.
And forcing that penalty.
Open.
Well, the penalty was straight in front, but Connacht are here to win. Need points on the road here in South Africa. Cape Town this week, Johannesburg next. They've responded
8 through the middle.
To the first 2 DHL Stormers tries brilliantly so far. More to ground. Is that wrapped up? It is. It'll be a DHL Stormers scrum.
8 Connacht through the middle, 8 Stormers through the middle, Connacht to ground, Stormers scrum.
And that's a big play in the seesaw battle that we've seen thus far in the first 23 minutes. Every time the Stormers have scored, they have not been able to exit properly and they've conceded points.
Time off.
This time around, defensively, they did so well to stop the maul there. Now it's about getting a good exit in place, executing that and relieving the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, I'll make sure we don't.
Good work from Evan Roos at ball time there.
The 5-metre scrum out there was beautiful.
Working through the middle and then getting his hands on the ball.
I like that standard.
It was a well set ball from Connacht initially.
So the standard of the 5-metre scrum was beautiful. I want the same again from your players. I'm not going to have tit for tat every scrum. I've told you what I liked. I want you to deliver that.
It's a quick break for injury to Connacht's number 8, Paul Boyle. Only had the 1 completed scrum
Exact same as that 5-metre scrum.
So far,
hold your
the first
weight,
one
meet in the middle.
resulted in a free kick. The second one was a brilliant contest, which eventually the home side managed to get a bit of go forward, which handed Evan Ruiz the momentum to go over for his try.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay up.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a huge effort
Collapse, Connacht.
from the Stormers scrum. On this near side, Ali Vermaak looked as though his elbow went down for a moment.
Collapse, Connacht.
Yeah, the DHL Stormers dominant in that scrum, but there was a moment where Ali Vermaak's elbow went very close to the ground.
It was collapse,
which obviously deems a penalty.
Thank you.
A good clearance from Feinberg-Mngomezulu, and lots of experience from Ali Vermaak. He's up against Villiers, and you see there going forward, and then touching the ground there. So unfortunate for Connacht in terms of that penalty conceded.
Ruben van Heerden down for Paul de Villiers, and de Villiers gets it back from Venter. Wonderful step as well from him.
That's like
Moerat for van Heerden. Beautiful offload for Feinberg-Mngomezulu. Is this the hat-trick? You bet it is. Another piece of magic from the Stormers fly half. He has 3. His team has a 4-try bonus point.
I don't think it's just the 3 tries, it's the manner of the 3 tries. The brilliance of the 3 tries that has really impressed Salmaan Moerat. Fantastic tip on. Ruben van Heerden with the offload, and then off the left foot, the 25. Chip. The chase, the catch, and the dive. He's happy, that man.
It's a lovely setup, so we get that setup.
There's an interesting celebration after that as well, seconds. With Damian Willemse in to shine the boots. And his conversion attempt just glancing off the left-hand upright.
10, okay. 15, I'll tell you 15.
Yeah, Salmaan Moerat under pressure there. Great line from Ruben van Heerden and then the offload. And Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu, if anything, let's hope it's not a 2-point game at the end. He could have gone much closer to the poles for the kick. Damian Willemse acknowledges the brilliance of that try, and the Stormers go up by 12.
Almost exactly the same restart from Jack Carty. Willemse,
off feet, Connacht.
Previous one went away to Senatla. Hoist from Stefan Ungerer. A clash between O'Connor and Senatla.
2 players going up for the same ball. Stay there. Right there.
So no one being able to make contact with the ball in the air there. And about a 5-meter gain for the Stormers with that box kick.
So Stormers have, for now, worked their way into 6th position on the log, being in 4-try bonus point position.
And the 5.
Tierney-Martin controlling the ball, looking up for a possibility of a breakaway. Boyle brought into the midfield, but met.
There you go.
An aggressive Stormers defence. Carty with the grubber in behind. Senatla chasing back, so too Warrick. Gelant. That's been taken back, and it'll be a 5-metre scrum.
this time around. It's Connacht being able to exploit that acres of space in the back there. Warrick Gelant closing the edges too quickly there and then leaving all that space behind him. Seabelo Senatla covering from the left wing.
So this
and
is
closing down the space, but just not there quick enough to be able to get the exit.
So don't go back and don't go forward. It's going to be the same message to you guys. Your first scrum, so don't hit them. Just don't hit them. It's your first scrum, so I don't want you to see hit chase through, okay? I'm willing to work you, okay? But don't just come back at me every time. I think they may be stopped.
Sam Grove-White just making the point to Dylan Tierney-Martin that this is the first scrum feed for Connacht in the game, just shy of the half-hour mark.
No movement, zero movement.
It's been a very good contest thus far at scrum time. And even though the Stormers had a free kick and a penalty kick at scrum time, certainly no dominance, clear dominance there yet. Willemse has started, won't be happy with that penalty conceded. And another opportunity for them for the first feed.
Big opportunity for Sazi Sandi as well over on the tight head side for the DHL Stormers. No Malherbe, no Fouchier.
Set! There's two things here.
Let's listen in.
Two things. I don't believe you're in control of your weight, but I do not believe that you're meeting him in the middle. A free kick you wanted, it will be a penalty. Control your weight. I agree.
And now we're down to the games that the front rowers love to play that I've never understood as a backline player. Not being able to take the hit, not controlling your own weight. All these things that they do.
Crouch! Bind! Set! All stepping off, Connacht. Give me a chance, you're all stepping off.
Well, Peter Dooley and Dylan Tierney-Martin are not happy with the way it's being adjudicated.
I've given you a chance to work with me. Meet them in the middle and do not step off.
And he's been quite clear in saying they are the ones stepping off the mark. So as contact is made on the call of set, they are stepping back.
Nice.
And not allowing for stability.
Yeah, and again, we see the set here, and then immediately we see the Connacht team backtracking and not being able to take that hit. And that creates the instability. It's the second time that that has happened, and then the free kick moves to a penalty kick, which makes the exit for the Stormers far easier, and they get their own throw in at the lineup.
Van Heerden.
Ball was out, two was onside.
To Villiers.
Ball's out.
That's Stefan Ungerer through the legs to his captain, and then set by André-Hugo.
9, use it.
Better distance on the kick this time from Stefan Ungerer, and Suleiman Hartzenberg rising high to gather the ball, and they're on penalty advantage.
Yes. Yeah.
Van Heerden.
You're getting back up, not releasing the ball.
He was fairly brought to ground, Ruben van Heerden.
Initially, it's a fair contest, and there's a pull down at the end.
Had to release the ball if he wanted to carry on playing it. Back for the penalty.
That's the Marcus here.
Suleiman Hartzenberg, wonderful kick chase. Perfect weight on the kick from Stefan Ungerer, and here's the challenge. And then Jennings carrying on with pulling him to ground.
Yeah, but fantastic bravery and skill set from Suleiman Hartzenberg, getting in the air, keeping his eyes on the ball, and then taking that kick out the air. It's a very big call in the context of this game as well, kicking at goal here rather than kicking it out and going for the line-out, because if he slots this, it takes you to 15 points, 3 times to score for the opposition to take the lead.
And that one's gone away to the right from Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu. Not surprising that they'll want to log up the points, having secured the try-scoring bonus point already. Deep on the restart, and Warrick Gelant has plenty back with him. And Roos loves that kind of opportunity. Met on the line by Connacht and holding on to the ball. The cleaner's a little late.
We don't do after penalties. We don't do after penalties. Away you go. We don't do after penalties.
Yeah, Seabelo getting the turnover there. It seems like he might have been hurt in that tackle.
Yes, he was first arriving.
He's a big player for Connacht in terms of experience, in terms of the international games that he's played before. Already without Bundy, Aquino, McHanson.
That's gone forward off a Connacht hand and secured by Paul de Villiers on the ground. Willemse went behind his man. Hartzenberg finds a man to his inside. It's Dan du Plessis, and his pass intercepted by Oisin Dowling.
Offside.
Lots to unpack there. DHL Stormers running from inside their 22 off a lost Connacht line out.
8 offside.
And had the pass.
Just come to the right of him and kick to touch. We're going to play.
Gone to hand from Dan du Plessis. They could have been in.
Yeah, you can see the Stormers are in that kind of mood today. Doesn't matter where they are on the field. If they see the space, if they see the opportunity is on, they will take it. The execution not that great this time around. We see the knock on at line-out time. Paul de Villiers totally committed to getting the ball. And Dan Dub just with a pass behind Warrick Gelant, not going to hand.
That's good. Ready, you're right. Stormers on the line.
And then Roos from offside position, ball not being out, conceding the penalty. Dan Dub, we haven't seen too much of him in this game.
Don't step
because his team's been on fire.
Back lifter, please do not step in block. It's
12th
really tight.
appearance for him in 15 in this season's Vodacom URC. Dan du Plessis, who now injured early in the campaign, so du Plessis in that number 13 jersey. Connacht
out one
from the back of them all or over. All too easy for Tierney-Martin. They will not go away.
Yeah, the brilliance that we've seen from the DHL Stormers on attack. They've been just as poor at times defensively and just too easy for Connacht there. Well set maul, but then Tierney-Martin with loads of space, just slipping off that maul.
Thank you.
Having the DHL Stormers fly off to beat and overpower, and he does that quite easily.
Thanks, Ollie.
An 11th try for Tierney-Martin. Former Irish under-20 international, 3rd of this campaign. He has
15.
appeared in every single match of this season's Vodacom URC. A few others who've done 12 and 13.
No kick.
And beaten by the shot clock. We've seen both fly halves flirting with the clock here this afternoon.
Yeah, and the first two for Carty was right bang on the second, or not even any time left. This time around he gets it wrong, but the guy that got it right is Tierney-Martin. Again, as mentioned, well set maul, and then the space just opening up next to that maul and overpowering Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu. There's 3 minutes left in this half. We've seen 7 tries scored, and with 3 left, we might just see another one before the end of this half.
Senatla in to make the tackle on Hawkshaw, but Not able to complete. Marcel down just outside his 22-meter area, tipped on by Peter Dooley. And then Piers O'Connor for Shane Jennings, one of Connacht's try scorers.
Thank you.
Dooley.
Let him out. Use it.
Ben Murphy shaping for the hoist. Jennings will give chase to this. Feinberg-Mngomezulu underneath it, and with enough time on his hands, but makes an awful hash of it.
Thank you. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm chuckling a little bit in commentary, Matt. Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu has been so good, and then just a basic thing like, you know, just controlling the ball, and he makes a handling error. He's human.
Hold your weight.
He will make a couple of mistakes along the way. It's learning from that and making sure you get those standard things right time and time again. It does give Connacht the opportunity now to have another go at the DHL Stormers defence and see if they can get more points on the board before the half-time break.
Well, we said how important points on the road will be for Connacht as the race to the final 8 continues in the Vodacom URC. They are now 1 try away from a try-scoring bonus point.
5. Set.
And currently within 7 as well. So they've stayed in the contest brilliantly throughout the first 40. Carty's kick charged down and secured for the DHL Stormers. Then Gelant's kick sailing straight into touch. So inside the final minute, a set-piece opportunity for Connacht, close to the Stormers' 22-meter line.
No, no.
Yeah, and again, probably would have been better just to set up one more rack. Slow the ball down a little bit, not get caught into the game at the moment and where it's going.
No jump at the line out. Cut out ball from Carty, and then Hawkshaw making good progress.
Tackle now.
Beelum lines up for a carry. Cut down by Moerat. And some brilliant work to get the ball in the hands of Piers O'Connor. Here's Jennings in for a second. And Connacht could go into half-time on level terms after Shane Jennings gets over for a second in the game.
You're in a worse position than I was.
And a kick from Jack Carty to come.
4th try scored for Connacht, and a kick to come to draw level with the DHL Stormers. Drawn pass, 2-on-1. Shane Jennings going over, and it's on the back of 2 errors, unforced errors from the Stormers that put them in this position. They will be kicking themselves going into the sheds at half-time.
Thank you, Holly.
But Connacht never say die attitude and scoring that 4th try.
So Jack Carty timed out with his previous kick. A little more urgency this time around. And this kick after the hooter to square it up, but it's gone well wide. But 4 tries without tempting fate. The top 4 look reasonably assured, but the battle for places 5 to 8 really is intense and getting more so. Jack Carty with the second half underway. Damian Willemse with the hoist off that restart, nowhere near touch.
Ball was out, went backwards.
Now Murphy for Carty, and the DHL Stormers defensive line very quickly up, but there was a little hesitation in the pass, which allowed the Stormers to trap Connacht in behind that line. Feinberg-Mngomezulu happy to collect the ball when it looked as though
retreat
would have rolled into in goal. O'Connor up from fullback. Murphy goes short side. Shay Mullins hasn't seen much of the ball. Most of it's gone the way of left wing Shane Jennings, who dotted down for 2 tries. Ball lost forward by Kian Prendergast.
Far better defense by the DHL Stormers. Way more decisive in terms of their defense. When to go for the tackle, when to stay back. Whereas in the first half, they got it wrong quite a few times.
Go on then.
And this time around, just forcing that handling error. Salmaan Moerat getting a hand there. Ivan Roos assisting his captain. But it does seem or feel as if that will be the area. Whoever can sort out their defense will have the upper hand in this game, because from an attacking point of view, they've both been brilliant.
That last one was really nice from you boys. So just, if you can give me that, then I can get that sorted.
Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu, scorer of all but 5 of the points so far for the DHL Stormers.
Are we good?
First try, taking the offload.
Make a decision, are we good?
Off the ground. Then a beautiful little interplay with flanker
Scrum Stormers.
Paul de Villiers.
So
And then this was the hat-trick. Lovely offload in contact from Ruben van Heerden. The little dink
Do not hit chase.
off the left boot. And some more Sacha sorcery.
Nice one, Matthew. First half hat-trick for Feinberg-Mngomezulu. We'd want to build on that in the second half.
Crouch. 5. So what's the issue? Okay, so we... No, please don't.
It's an interesting scrum, this one as well. Midfield, so lots of space on the left for the Stormers, and even more on the right. You know, traditionally, you'd probably just kick it from first phase, get it into space, but the Connacht wingers a little bit back, and also Pierce O'Connor, fullback, just making sure that he's in the middle of the field, and he needs to cover that space. So I think the Stormers might actually keep it on hand a little bit, maybe get it into the outside channel and then only kick.
5. 6. Time off. 2 hookers, just come here quickly. 2 hookers. 2 hookers. You've come out and you're now racing the set call. Wait for the set, control your team's weight. Let's scrum.
Just
do not go too close.
Look at the position of Suleiman, Hartzenberg. Here, Jean de Villiers talking about the options both sides, and Hartzenberg really keeping his width here out to the right of the scrum.
Crouch.
Means Shane Jennings has to be watchful on his wing.
Pre-engage.
And pre-engage from Connacht. So playing as though they were perhaps off the back of a winning scrum, controlled off the boot by Jennings.
Play.
And collected for the quick throw-in by Feinberg-Mngomezulu. And Warrick Gelant off the left boot. Doesn't quite get the bounce he was looking for. Carty's clearance. And the net result is a Stormers set piece just shy of Connacht's 10-metre line.
3 Stormers, HIA.
Yeah, good 25 meters net gain for the DHL Stormers. Sazi Sandi going off for an HIA.
The gap now.
And the youngster coming onto the field, Brock Harris, at the tender age of, what is he now, 40 years old.
To the tail they go for Marcel Theunissen. Early drive in the air, so that'll be a penalty advantage, but Theunissen coming away with the ball. Can't get around Jennings. A fair contest over the
3
ball.
and 6 early on the lifter. Three and 6 early on the lifter.
So Finley Beelum and Kian Prendergast driving into Marcel Theunissen early.
completely within the chat.
And it seems like Tierney-Martin is down after contesting at that ruck.
I'm giving you the free kick.
And successfully so. It seems like a shoulder or neck.
Well, Prendergast was actually driving in on Ruben van Heerden, who was one of the supporters.
On the front man.
And it's just getting the timing right for the Connacht team there.
Just set this up. So AG, you've
getting
got the mark, so the
off.
gap will be here. So
you need to wait until
open up,
the catcher gets his feet on the ground before you can start pushing.
Time's on.
Ruben van Heerden under all sorts of pressure. Excellent contest. And one stop called.
Don't change.
And then André-Hugo Venter breaking away, brought down by Peter Dooley. Ungerer has it. Van Heerden around the corner. Support from Harris. And then an obstruction called. We've seen a couple of obstructions.
Yeah, I think it was illegal and then got cleared off.
Disorganized.
I think he got cleared off, yeah.
Yeah, that'll also be very disappointing for the coaching staff and the players of the DHL Stormers. Salmaan Moerat this time around, just finding himself again getting timing wrong. And Ali Vermaak with a ball carry. Salmaan Moerat just finding himself in the wrong place there, getting that timing wrong. Finley Beeler making contact with Moerat, and unfortunately that's a penalty conceded by the Stormers captain.
A good build-up this from Connacht with Oliver and Boyle combining. Murphy organises ball carriers, finds his captain Kian Prendergast.
Fine, get on site.
Well, up to be another option, but he will give chase with Jennings. Hartzenberg turning his back on the advancing Connacht players. To protect the ball. Van Heerden thought about the ball out the back. Feinberg-Mngomezulu skating a ball across the surface, but Carty was back in position. Warrick Gelant reading his kick. He's got Senatla away to the left, who cuts back to the inside. Seabelo Senatla finds Feinberg-Mngomezulu. Ungerer. Back it comes, albeit a little slowly. Venter.
Back off.
Ungerer for Theunissen and Feinberg-Mngomezulu for Hartzenberg. Razzle dazzle.
Mngomezulu probably could have gone himself, but decided to make the flamboyant pass to his schoolmate Suleiman Hartzenberg to score the try. Share the fun a little bit with your mate. Even Roos take a bow as well. He made a crucial clean at the right time. You see Seabelo Senatla with the break. The offload to Feinberg-Mngomezulu, and then Ungerer and the breakdown. Two Connacht players over there, but even Roos cleaning them out. A crucial ruck to win. The quick hands from Willemse, the flamboyant pass, and the 5 points for the number 14.
10 minutes on to advance, what we're seeing.
And pulled away to the left with, once again, time ticking away. It's been a problem for both the goal kickers.
Yeah.
Beautiful hand from Damian Willemse, and the no-look pass. You know, the skill set so beautiful from Feinberg-Mngomezulu, and Suleiman Hartzenberg, a welcome return to DHL Stadium, scoring a try again, something that he's very used to.
Dylan Tierney-Martin makes his way off. He scored one of the 4 tries so far by Connacht, replaced by Dave Heffernan. Over 220 matches in all competitions for Connacht, along with 7 test matches for Ireland. Dave Heffernan, a hugely experienced campaigner to bring off the bench, and there's plenty of experience in the forwards coming off the bench this afternoon for Connacht. Ungerer's kick, well, dealt with in the end by Piers O'Connor as it travelled over his head, but not dealing with the kick so well. It's the gift of an opportunity for the DHL Stormers.
Actually, fantastic kick by Stefan Ungerer. He wanted to go for the box kick, but then decided to kick a little bit longer. Saw that the winner was a little bit up for Connacht, and then the kick out on the full.
So Cardiff currently in 6th position. They're currently in action. So movements on this table, dynamic to say the least. What a fabulous final 3 weeks of pool play we are in for as we head for the final act. Willemse for Du Plessis. Feinberg-Mngomezulu trying to put Evan Roos into the hole. He's looking for the offload. It wasn't on. Just a cynical offence there from Connacht with the Steph Ungerer went to collect the ball.
Yeah, that very much was cynical by Conor Oliver. Unnecessary, you know, and blatant as well. So having a go, trying to get the clean, and then playing the 9 again as he did in the first half. But only a penalty for now. The Stormers, though, with a fantastic attacking opportunity, 6-7 meters away from the opposition line.
Van Heerden for Moerat, and Evan Roos peeling around the front of the line out. Van Heerden again. Support from Ali Vermaak as he went in to contact. Harris.
Onside.
Still working hard around the fringes here, trying to suck in Connacht defenders. They're not overcommitting there. Look at that line of defence to the Stormers left of the ruck.
Advantage, 4 offside.
Penalty advantage coming. It's against Oisín Dowling.
Connacht making their tackles but just conceding the penalty.
Sets, use arms.
André-Hugo with the ball at his feet. Ali Vermaak waiting to his left. But it's Venter who taps and goes with support from his props.
Hands up.
Evan Roos.
Onside, hands up. One back, one back. Advantage, offside.
De Villiers goes again. There's a penalty advantage for the home side. But did Paul De Villiers get it down?
No, he's always short the line. We go back for the penalty. Time off. He's short the line. Captain. Yeah, ball down. That's 2 penalties in a row on the line. Discipline improves for some of us. That's warned them.
There we see Connacht just going off sides there. Paul De Villiers again with a tackle fight. Not willing to give up. And the Stormers, it seems like they will quick tap again here. Bit of a move going.
Still just 7 points in it. And André-Hugo again with a simple tap and go.
12!
Carbon copy of the previous one with Evan Roos. Brought down a metre short. Then it comes for Willemse. Fighting his way through tackles, not quite to the line. Roos again. There's another penalty advantage, so someone's going to the bin. And it is going to be call forward. There's a clear warning after the previous penalty.
Yeah, and it's just the constant pressure that the Connacht defence have been under in the last 10 to 15 minutes. And this time around, the DHL Stormers with one less player on the field for Connacht deciding to take the scrum.
Send them on, whoever's coming on, send them on.
Scrum in the middle of the field. Two sides to play to for the backs of the DHL Stormers. And a couple of changes to the Connacht lineup as well.
Now we've already seen a change at hooker, but now two new props in Jordan Duggan and Jack Ainger. And also Sean Jensen, the New Zealand-born loose forward who played 15 matches for the Leicester Tigers before moving to Connacht. That is Jordan Duggan, replacement loose head for Peter Dooley. And Sazi Sandi, he comes back on having passed his HIA, and Brock Harris can trot back to the bench for now.
And it's probably perfect timing having a fresh prop on the field now. Sazi Sandi getting through that HIA. He's up against two fresh props as well for the opposition. So a big battle for this scrum.
Control your weight, do not go across.
Connacht, of course, 8
meet in the middle
in the scrum, but one less defender in the backs.
Control your weight,
I think Warrick Gelant will probably be the key guy for the DHL Stormers in terms of this attack. He's positioned himself right behind the scrum, so he can have a bit of a look as to which way to attack. Do you go left? Do you go right? Do we see the pick and go from Evan Roos again?
Try.
Connacht a defender short in the back line.
Set. Hit chase. Hit chase.
Well, a let off.
Stormers hit chase.
Hit chase called.
No stability before the ball. Yeah. It's a free kick.
Well, it's Connacht who've been on the wrong side of those decisions so far in the game. And for those wondering about the description of hit chase, on the call of set, responsibility of both teams to achieve stability at scrum time, and the Stormers deemed to have gone a little early. They're leaving free kick, so the line-out will still go the way of the home side. Down by Moerat for Paul de Villiers. Ungerer. And Feinberg-Mngomezulu. Blocked from Damian Willemse. Jennings chasing across.
Onside 14. Onside.
Jennings has done so well there. First carry for Sean Jensen.
Let it come out. He's pinned in. We're not penalising him. Stay there now. Stay there. Just stay there.
Evan Roos called by the referee to have been pinned at the bottom of that ruck, and he wasn't going to allow Ben Murphy to milk a penalty.
Unfortunately, you guys
you called it, Matt. Shane Jennings doing so well to cover the space at the back. Fantastic kick again by Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu into that space, and the ball constantly going away from Shane Jennings, but clearing it up and setting that ruck, but not a lot of relief for Connacht.
Down by Marcel Theunissen. He's been a regular source of line-out possession this afternoon. Villiers peeling away from that maul as one stop was called. Sandi.
Up Connacht, out.
Driven back in the direction he came from. Theunissen trying to re-establish.
Hands off Stormers.
But has lost the ball. Knock-on advantage. And Carty. Almost off the side of the boot. Has that come off? Suleiman Hartzenberg. It has indeed. So it'll be a Connacht throw at the line out.
Whose ball, AJ? Yeah. Just take your time, AJ. It was a bit of a ball.
Another sub for Connacht. Matthew Devine on the field for Ben Murphy.
I think we're lucky there.
In the 21 jersey.
I know.
The scrum will be so important now in game management whilst they're only 14 on the field.
Heffernan regathering after an untidy line out. Good contest at the front from Moerat.
Use it.
Devine. Hartzenberg with Jennings running hard at him. Now Gelant. Feinberg-Mngomezulu cuts out Roos to find du Plessis, and Willemse for Senatla. And Senatla held up. No knee on the ground there. Maul called by the referee. And a scrum it'll be to Connacht. They will be taking encouragement from this. If you think back to the penalty opportunities that were not kicked to goal, still just 7 points in it.
Yeah,
the game is by no means secure for the home side.
I didn't see that, but I think. So you're the tight head.
Yeah, and those are the small moments that you tend to rue at the end of the game when you don't get a result. When you win, everything is fine.
Take that and be better. Thank you.
But especially now, whilst the Stormers have the upper hand in terms of personnel, so one more on the field, you want to capitalise on it. The fans have come out, they want to see a win by their team. They've left the beaches of the Western Cape to come and support their heroes in blue.
We're good. Let's go.
A couple of injuries on both sides. The Connacht fans who'll be loving the Easter weekend weather in Cape Town, still on the edges of their seats.
Good pictures for them, please.
Interesting that DHL Stormers have not travelled well, particularly in this edition of the competition. Their last outing here at their home ground was on the 8th of February against the Vodacom Bulls, the rescheduled round 1 fixture.
Set.
And that they lost by a solitary point. Connacht with a quick heel, and
Mark's here, Mark's here. I don't have a line break, I have cover.
Stefan Ungerer
going
for the interception.
There is, I'll be told.
To the huge appreciation of Jean de Villiers.
Yeah, the idea was right, the execution not there. Got to get two hands to it and make the catch. He read it well enough, and here comes the cavalry for the Stormers.
Nice scrum, thank you for that scrum.
Just catch it.
No, let's go, come on. You're fine.
But penalty conceded, and another opportunity for the Connacht team at line-out town.
Well, a little juggle at first from Josh Murphy, and holds it up long enough. Oisin Dowling. Then Jack Ainger. Playing with a great deal of heart here. Heffernan. Some more valuable meters. Then Prendergast. Matthew Devine waits. Then comes for Jansen. And Jennings. 2 tries already for the left winger.
He's legal. Yeah, I've got the mark. Thank you. 7, was it?
Now, what do Connacht do now? Still just over 2.5 minutes with Cole Ford in the sin bin. An opportunity to reduce the deficit by 3, eat up some time on the clock.
We're penalty only, we've reviewed it.
No, they're going to go for the corner.
It is an interesting decision.
Stormers on the line.
Especially for the fact that they only have 14 on the field.
And now there are no fewer than 6 replacements onto the field at the same time. JJ Kotze for André-Hugo Venter. Sazi Sandi replaced permanently now by Brock Harris. And what a day for Vernon Matongo, Zimbabwean-born prop forward, making his Vodacom URC debut, replacing Ali Vermaak. Low Nell on for Marcel Theunissen, and also World Cup winning Springbok Dion Fourie on for Paul de Villiers. Plenty of work for these substitutions to do. Heffernan controlling possession and just looking up to assess his options. JD Schickeling, the other replacement, trying to get his arms through the middle of the maul. Tackle made. Divine, and a little bit of a false start from Connor Oliver. Trying to run onto the ball. Now Jansen gets that opportunity. Ainger. Quick ball for Matthew Divine. And out the back it comes. Is that going to be a card? It is indeed. Warrick Gelant. And will they have another look to see?
I think there's too many cover, but we will.
If there was a line break on, was there cover defence? At first look, you'd think there was.
Time clock is in. It's got an injury, so we'll take the time off.
And if anything, this will be a massive swing in the game. We see Dion Fourie also not looking too comfortable.
Well, there's certainly cover defence. He went with 2 hands.
He did go with 2, and as we mentioned earlier with Ungerer as well, you need to catch those when you do go for it. Dion Fourie only on the field for a minute and a half, but already seems like he's going to have to call it a day. It's not the heavily strapped left knee, but it seems like it's the right. Something just not right there.
Possible, not probable.
Not a happy man, as you can understand.
No, it's just they've got an injury after time off. They're making it help.
So Ben Loader is on. And he's replacing Dion Fourie because the DHL Stormers had just completely offloaded their bench. One stop called of Connacht's maul. Matthew Divine over to the left. Couldn't quite put Jennings into the hole. Perhaps overran it just a fraction. The pass going slightly behind him.
Onside.
Connacht looking for 7 points to square things up here at the DHL Stadium. The crowd has gone awfully quiet here in Cape Town. Matthew Divine goes digging, then pops it up for Josh Murphy. Heffernan. The tight forwards working hard together and held up.
Penalty. Offside, 16.
The penalty
16
is awarded against JJ Kotze. And now Kohol Ford is back on, having served his 10 minutes in the bin. Connacht back to 15. Stormers down to 14. And Joe Joyce also onto the field now. And Ford brought straight back into the thick of things with the cutout pass. Prendergast.
lift out. Ball was out, ball was out. Onside.
Stormers told to get back behind the last feet. Series of pick and drives here. Duggan. No way through for him. Next it'll be Josh Murphy. Driven towards the line and over. Sean Jansen helping him over the line. And it was Josh Murphy who got the score. And you can hear a pin drop inside the stadium.
Just too much pressure and wave after wave after wave. And eventually the Stormers' defense gave in. The drive in contact and then a couple of centimeters making it.
No,
scoring the try. They all count. And a crucial kick now for Jack Carty.
A kick to level the scores. 5 tries each. And this one has just glanced off the left hand upright. Hasn't been a great afternoon for the kickers.
Yeah, we see there Brocker is just a little bit too high. The Connacht players just winning that battle, the angle, the height of their carry, and then getting the momentum to go over and score the try. The kick missed, but the game's certainly not over yet. Connacht with another 6.5 minutes with 15 on the field versus the 14 of the DHL Stormers. That man, Warrick Gelant, in the bin. 5 tries to 4 at the moment. Sorry, I beg your pardon, 5 all for both these teams, and I'm sure we'll see some more.
No pressure at the restart on Shea Mullins over on the right wing. It was tight to that touchline. But a real spring in their step now. Sean Jansen.
Onside. He's been penned in by Connacht. Use it. I agree.
And Matthew Devine's kick over the shoulder. No fancy stuff from Ben Loader over there on the left wing. No thought of a quick throw in. They've got to manage the clock, manage possession, manage territory.
I'm still wondering who actually covers flank now for the DHL Stormers. Obviously Ben Loader came on with Dion Fourie going off. They've reverted to the shorter lineouts, but once we have the first scrum, we'll see who'll pick down there on the side of the scrum. Will be one of the backs.
And the final change is made. Paul de Vet on for Stefan Ungerer at scrum half. At the moment, just one short in the line-out, so full complement out in the backs. With Ben Loader filling in at fullback. Wonderful leap from J.D. Schickerling, but then the handling error.
And I think it's exactly there now where, with that one-man short, that normally would have been a Dion Fourie or 6 flanker going in, securing that ball, getting it to get the maul going. And you can see the cohesion just not there.
That last scrum was the standard we now keep.
A simple drill that they probably do time and time again at training. Now in the pressure cooker, when it counts, not being able to execute.
Stability and then let you in.
Some nervous supporters.
Crunch! 5! Set! Who? Both of them? Okay. You're new on, heads up. Stay up.
Well, still the wind predictor heavily in favour of the home side, but they need some more breathing space than what they have right now. Young Vernon Matongo over on the far side of the scrum. Here's Jack Ainger.
Crunch!
Penalty to the home side.
You collapse.
See John Dobson there on screen. He's made it clear what he wants, and that probably is to go at goal, get the 3 points,
I'm seeing no goal,
extend that lead. Only 14 on the
if
field.
you don't give him anywhere to go, he's going to go across. Meet him in the middle.
And eventually, the DHL card comes onto the field with a T. But that's a massive call, Matt.
Well, I'll tell you what else has happened is that the truck has broken down with the T. So the penalty's gone against Connacht, much to the derision of their coaching staff. And Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu called the shot at goal. The little radio-controlled cart that delivered the T only got 80% of the way there. Adding a little more pressure to the kicking. Those red dots are where he's missed from all conversion attempts. He's watching it anxiously. There was no need. Just opening up that gap to 5 points. But still just under 2 minutes to play with a man short.
Has 14 gone off? He's gone off, okay.
Carty's restart. Some acrobatics from Ruben van Heerden, who caught that ball outside his 22. Kotze.
No, your side entry.
Strong carry from him. As Argentine international Santiago Cordero replaces Shea Mullins on the right wing for Connacht. Well, called as a knockback off a Stormers' hand, and Connacht quick to respond. Cross kick is on here, but just flying out of the grasp of Shane Jennings, and perhaps more crucially, out of the range of the touchline.
Just a little bit too much on that from Piers O'Connor. Warrick Gelant with another 45 seconds before he goes back onto the field. You see there the left boot. The idea was the right one.
Let's go.
And Shane Jennings has been really good today, scoring 2 tries already.
Here we come.
The Stormers slowing it down a little bit. Crucial line out for them.
Well, the ball was intended for Schickerling, but a wonderful leap from Josh Murphy denied him. No arms tackle is the call against Low Nell. Penalty advantage Connacht. Little chip over the top from Jack Carty. And Hartzenberg with a beautiful gather, but they were always coming back for the penalty, and time has elapsed on Warrick Gelant's yellow card.
20 PK only, dangerous tackle. Just a penalty, it's been checked.
So Jack Carty to set up a line out for Connacht.
I don't want to see that.
Hanging on by a thread in the game.
Yeah.
Warrick Gelant back onto the field, and now we'll see that move with one of the forwards, and it does seem like it'll be Ben Loader, sorry, one of the backs moving into the forward pack.
Down for Matthew Divide. Handed on in midfield by Cahill Ford. Carty, Jennings, some brilliant hands from Piers O'Connor as well. Cordero. And then away goes David Hawkshaw. Piling into the ruck. Carty finds a runner in Jack Anger. Ball just half a metre short from Sean Jansen. And then it's been dropped at the crucial stage by Jack Ainger. Anxious times for the home side. The coaching staff are out of their seats. They thought that was the lead right there.
I think the coaching staff of Connacht, the coaching staff of the DHL Stormers, and the 20-odd thousand people here at the stadium thought that was the winning try. They had men aplenty over to the left. Ball just not going to hand, and a massive missed opportunity for Connacht. Jack Ainger not being able to hold on to it. And the coaches absolutely furious. Why would you want to be a coach? But the pressure's still not away. Pressure still on the Stormers.
Wow, just 3 handling errors. Massive let off. Jack Ainger is the man
18 scrummaging early,
who gave the scrum opportunity through the drop pass, and now he is penalised for going too early at the scrum.
But it's not over yet. We see they're just angling in a little bit, moving away from the mark and conceding that penalty. The previous line-out, though, Connacht was able to steal it from the DHL Stormers. Can they do the same again? 3.5 minutes left in this game.
Kotze's throw. Low now. Winning the line-out ball at the tail.
Tackle now or release.
Tackle made as the maul disintegrated. Pulled the vet, shaping for the hoist. Ben Loader and Suleiman Hartzenberg chase. Jennings taken down by Loader, but not before getting his offload away. Excellent work from Connacht. Carty. And they've got some space here out on the right. Brilliant work from Cordero. And then the ball lost backwards by Connor Oliver. Kian Prendergast. That's his own 10-metre line with less than 2.5 minutes to play. Connor Oliver made a good shift. Carty. Well, Sam Grobart made the call. He said, you're off your feet. You don't have rights to contest that ball. They carried on and concede the penalty. How much will Jack Carty dare to bite off? 5 points the difference. A kick at goal will not suffice. It's decent enough, but still outside the 22-metre area of the DHL Stormers. The tackle is made on Sean Jansen. Initially, Schikkeling had rights to the ball, but never supporting his own body weight and carried on. Heffernan, uncontested throw. Divine into the midfield, forward. Divine and Prendergast, they had a dummy runner. Carty's pass. O'Connor gets into a wrestling match with Evan Roos. Here come Connacht again. David Hawkshaw. And then Carty trying to make his way around. Stormers players appealing for obstruction. Jennings Devine. And Sean Jansen. Carty for Ainger. Holds on that time.
Come on, Stormers!
Comes again, and Cordero slicing his way through, and Cordero is in! Drama in Cape Town. Connacht have tied up the scores with seconds remaining and a kick to come.
On we go on the line. If there's a clear obstruction in the midfield, we will check it again.
A first try
I don't have a clear obstruction
in the Vodacom URC for Argentine international Santiago Cordero, and what a time to get it. Well, is this going to be chalked off? Is this going to be chalked off? We've seen a couple of obstructions in the game going against the home side, and quite rightly so. But the first intervention in the game.
Correct.
It's not, and that's not the law.
The first.
Read the box. Now you give us some time to do our work, okay? No, you can't.
Okay.
First intervention in the game from TMO Holly Davidson.
Holly, just put that up on the screen for me, please.
Getting replay, Sam.
Thank you.
As it happened, I mentioned that there were arms in the air from the Stormers players claiming an obstruction.
Replay's coming, Sam.
Thank you.
So Matthew Devine's pass out the back from Kian Prendergast for Jack Carty, and Evan Roos
Number 16 Connacht in front of the ball carrier.
taken
the ball carrier
by Dave Heffernan.
It's a clear obstruction. It'll be a penalty.
Correct.
Try. I have a decision. What we have is a clear obstruction by 20 Connacht. It'll be no try. We'll have a penalty on the penalty. That's not the protocol. The protocol changed.
What's the question? It's 16 changed as well.
It's an obstruction. It's the clear obstruction here.
Well, it has gone from utter silence in this stadium
No, Ian. Time is up.
to
Time is up.
euphoria. And Sacha Feinberg-Mngomezulu, quick tap of the ball and away into touch.